Hey everybody, welcome back. Week 3 of our podcast. I'm Jesse Van Grunbaum. We have my two friends and colleagues, Sydney McCann and Whitney Tredenetic.
Tredenetic.
There we go.
Good try.
I tried.
I've gotten everything from Udenic to...
You guys can try mine. Mine's no easier than...
Van Grunbaum.
Hey, not bad.
I've been practicing in my head.
We're going to chat today a little bit about our individual journeys from support worker. I started as a support worker way back when in 2005 and love that journey, and it's empowered me to do so much. And I've had the privilege of seeing you guys grow within GreenTree. And I know you have your own separate stories too. I think you're still with the school district, right?
I am. I joined the school district about 5 years ago, I think.
So you're balancing the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I sure am. Cheers.
So we've all done direct support care for a long time. We all have lots of experience on it. Can any of you think of like a day where you were surprised or maybe scared or difficult or anything that came up, like a really strong story? Do you guys have one day that maybe stands out?
I could speak in general.
Sure.
I think we all have our own unique styles of learning and ways of perceiving the world and how we express and communicate information. And when you're caring for an individual who might be limited in their words and communicates through sounds and gestures, and you're caring for this person and they clearly look like they're distressed, and you're trying everything to meet their needs. Okay, like what are you trying to communicate to me? And I feel like that would be my biggest challenge sometimes, where you feel like you're flailing, you've tried all the things and you're like, what is it, buddy, you know? And then you go, okay, let's get creative.
Yeah. And
let's figure it out, and then you find some kind of pattern or you figure it out, and then it's a win.
I hear the power of empathy, the power of just like, trying to read and support a situation, a moment in time. And also, like, I just hear you pouring your heart out of just a natural caregiver of just wanting to heal and support someone in their moment of need.
Thanks
right?
for saying that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's we've all been there of seeing someone struggling or just like, what is it? Especially if we're supporting someone who's nonverbal or who has like a diverse set of needs. And one thing I know about you is when you're supporting someone, you really are supporting them. So if you can't solve the situation at hand, I bet it drives you nuts.
I'm in it to win it.
I mean, we all are, right? We all are. I feel you on that one. I mean, that's the biggest thing about doing direct care is you also have to know your own limits, because when you pour too much out of your cup, it empties it, and it can empty it way faster than any of us anticipate, which is so tricky, right? Yeah. So tricky. I wanted to share the power of laughter. Over the course of my 2 decades of supporting people, I have these memories. And almost all of them are like these really powerful, positive situations. So I'll maybe share one that it's ingrained in my mind. It was me and another support staff braving the crowds at Costco. It was just ridiculous. And they're like, you sure you want to go? I'm like, we need groceries. Let's go. We're going to get a bargain, which there's no bargains at Costco.
You
so
brave
silly.
Souls.
Yeah. And
I have yet to be that courageous.
The food court. So it was the old Costco, the food court, and I remember the one individual that I was supporting. He wanted a hot dog. The lady wanted the chicken Caesar salad, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And I grabbed the salad, and someone told me, oh, you just like pour everything in the container, close it up, and shake it. And I'm shaking it, and I'm shaking it. And like, lo and behold, I wasn't holding on to it tight enough, and boom, like chicken Caesar salad like flew into someone's hair. And the 2 people I'm supporting are just having like the best time laughing, and I can't help but laugh. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, ma'am, and trying to help people. And the other support staff I was with just walked away. Like they couldn't hold it in. And it was just
Isn't that amazing?
such a core memory. And I know it sounds silly, but it was something that like, I think for a lifetime imbued with them, this great moment. And I just couldn't help but feeling like there's good days, there's bad days, but like that's a memory I'll have forever. And I know it sounds silly, but it was so much fun.
I was just thinking about a little meeting I was having with a client's family the other day, and I just very casually mentioned something that had happened during a support shift and just moved on. I didn't think of it as anything important or anything particularly noteworthy. And the parent actually stopped me and said, "Hold on, what did you just say?" And I was like, "Oh, I was just talking about how the client was following the fish with her eyes in the koi pond downtown." And for me, I didn't track how important that was. But the parent actually stopped and said, "That's huge." Like the fact that she is able to track the fish with her eyes, that is a development. That is something we want to take note of. And it made me really stop and realize that my perspective on progress needs to change. It needs to be fit to every individual client because progress looks different for everybody. And what we might not consider something noteworthy is a huge, monumental, celebratory experience for others. And that has been a big learning thing for me. And that just happened like last month.
Oh,
so
that's amazing.
Constantly
it's like the
learning.
Little things, right? The little things are the biggest achievements.
100%.
Thanks for sharing. That's really amazing.
So Whitney, what about you? What's maybe a surprise that you felt along the way?
One of the biggest revelations in my journey was how it ties back into how we have our own unique styles of learning and ways of communicating. And one of the coolest journeys that I've been on working with the school district and at GreenTree is finding different ways to communicate with our kiddos. And my background is in deaf blindness.
Amazing.
And in that world, we have a variety of modalities where we try to incorporate in our communication to hopefully make a connection. And whether it's with object cues, touch cues, verbal prompts, and somewhere along the way, they'll start to make a connection between, it's time for dinner right now. Yeah. An example would be like, I'm holding a phone in my hand, and to us, this is a phone. And if I were to put it in your hand, if you can imagine for a moment, if you were deaf and blind, and if I put my phone in your hand every time you were about to eat, this to us is phone, but to you it's now dinner time, it's lunchtime. Yeah. And I do that with one of our persons served at GreenTree, and it's been really amazing to watch that connection happen.
Beautiful.
So you're wondering, like, is this making a difference? Are they connecting to what I'm trying to teach? And from going back to our little wins is like you don't necessarily see it happening all at once, but then one day you're like, you do understand. And it's such a beautiful gift.
Yeah, that moment you see the association, it just feels so good. You're like, yes.
It's rewarding, right?
Yeah.
And those take time. You don't just see those overnight, and when you're like committed to that, you're committed knowing that like a result may not happen. Like the win that you're looking for may not, come to fruition. But when it does, it makes like such a difference. It's all the world.
And maybe the win too is just in the connection itself, just in the bond that you
100%.
create.
Yeah.
That's a big
You're so
win.
positive. What a great outlook.
There's always wins all the time.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, super blessed that you were able to make it. So thanks for fitting us into your schedule.
Oh, absolutely. Let's do it again.
Yeah, right. We'll do it when we can.
Oh, that's so great, you guys.
Awesome. Well, huge thanks to you both for coming out today and for jumping on the podcast. And until next time.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.